What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Elite Sweden. We're recording episode 26 of the Trade into Glory. We left off last night with our Kyle Walkers really not being able to sell. He did rise up to over 230, but then he dropped back down to around 220, and I wanted to see if I could get a little bit more profit there. Now, if you guys stopped by yesterday's episode as well, you found out about two amazing sniping methods, and as you guys can see by all the center backs from the Russian League we have on our transfer list right now, I am ready to profit on those cards that I was able to snipe right before I started recording this video. So let's go ahead and list one of the Kyle Walkers. This is the one that we got for the most, is 203. We also got one for 200 and one for 195. I'm going to go ahead and sell this one on right now. I'm going to see if I can get 225 out of him. Now, after tax, that's only going to be about 10k profit, if that, but yeah, it would be 10k profit. It'd be almost 15k profit, but that's what I'm going to go ahead and settle with this Kyle Walker. I want to liquidate a little bit more coins just because I want to get more coins to invest in Team of the Week 4, and that's the main reason I'm selling Walker. Is this his peak? Of course not. He'll probably rise a little bit more on Tuesday, but I want to liquidate at least one of this Walkers, still making profit and making a little bit more coins in the bank to invest in Team of the Week 4. So that's why I'm going to try to sell him today. I'm not going to sell him for super duper cheap just to get him to sell. I will only be listing him for a little bit lower than what the next cheapest buy now is, just so I can kind of maximize my coins while still liquidating a little bit more coinage. And that should send us up to over about 600,000 coins, which should be enough for investing in maybe a couple of Ericssons, some Kramerich cards, maybe getting in on a Matuidi. Let's see where that leads us later. But as of right now, there's about 4 hours until the squad battle rewards drop. So within the 2-hour mark and that 8 p.m., so like around 6 to 8 p.m. my time, before the squad battle rewards drops, I'm going to be looking at deals for informs, and then once squad battle rewards drops, I will be trying to snipe cards. So that's what the plan is. I'll also be using the sniping filters that I came up with during the rewards, and hopefully it'll be even more effective than it normally is. Anyways, guys, if you have been enjoying the series, be sure to drop a like on it. Let's shoot for 600 likes on episode number 26, and also subscribe to the channel if you are new. Our Kyle Walker sold rather quickly. It only took a few minutes, and we're also listing up some of the cards that we got on Snipes. Now, every single card that we got here was either 1,000 coins or less, so we're making profit on every single one of them, but obviously we're making even more coins on some of them. Like Mamana, who we got for a K, is sold him for 2,500. This Berezutski here, who we got for 900 coins, is going to be selling for like 2k, and then the same thing here for this Berezutski, who is 79 rated, and pretty much goes for the same price. But yeah, those are different players right there. They look exactly alike. They're brothers. They have different rating, but they're on the same team, same position, same country, and their stats are relatively similar as well. So not too much different between those guys, except for the rating. But we've sold those cards on for a little bit of profit. We've still got tons of them to sell. These Pejsinovic are going for 1,200 very easily, so we're tripling our coins on that card right there. And if you guys haven't seen this method, I'm not going to be kind of showing it in this video, but you guys can see how to do it in the previous Trading to Glory if you guys haven't seen that yet. So I'm going to go ahead and list up a couple more of these. As I said in last video, I was not going to sell my Fellaini. He was down to like 54k yesterday, so I'm going to go ahead and sell him for 59.5k now. I got him for 48. I probably held this for, you know, 2 weeks too long, or I think I probably had him for around 2 weeks, but I held him for way too long. I probably could have sold him quite a while ago and liquidated and got about the same amount of coins. So I'm just going to go ahead and liquidate now because I will reinvest those coins into Team of the Week 4 players, as I said, when I sold my Kyle Walker. And I evidently sold my Kyle Walker at a pretty good time, considering he's gone from 225k, he's now down to 220k. Now, I'm just going to scroll through. I probably won't find them. There's a ton of them on the market right now, but as you can see, there are quite a few up for 225 now. So selling them for 225 was probably a pretty good idea. You may have noticed the coin total did go up. We sold our Inform Fellaini for 59.5 thousand coins, and now we're going to be doing the Marquee Matchup Squad Building Challenge Cheapest Solution. Starting it off with SSPVIWA. This squad in total is going to cost you 1,800 coins, but for the entire Marquee matchups, I spent exactly 28,100 coins on the dot. That's how much I spent for all 4 squads combined, and I'll tell you why I was able to do it for a little bit cheaper than most people here once we get over to Melbourne Victory versus Melbourne City. But this one is pretty straightforward. Here's the players that I used right there. If you guys want to go ahead and pause the video, you can use these same players, but I suggest just go ahead and use the same players from, you know, same country and league, and you don't got to use the exact same players. It's pretty straightforward. We went with a Japan defense here. And then what we did on the attack is we went with an entire Norwegian attack and midfield. And because we went with those, it was 200 per card. Every single card in this entire squad was pretty cheap there. Obviously, you guys can get this card for a mere 200 coins. I'm using a couple of these guys just because they are in my club, but they're all really, really cheap, and you can get them for 200 coins. You don't even have to go with silvers, okay? All you got to do is simply go with Japanese players from the J League. So go with that, and then in the midfield, we're going to go with the Norwegian players, and make sure you guys get Norwegians that are from the Norwegian League, just so they get strong links, because if you get a weak link, then you might not end up getting the chemistry. So right now, as you can see, there's 98 chem, which means that if I didn't have loyalty on these three, I'd still have 95 chemistry. So it's pretty simple, straightforward squad. I'm sure you guys didn't need too much help with that, but you do get a rare consumables pack. So if you guys were considering doing only a couple of these squad building challenges and not doing all of them, maybe mainly because Melbourne City versus Melbourne Victory is pretty expensive, I would definitely do this one because normally rare consumable packs do give out. Then we got this one where we need 6 Hyundai A-League players, 4 golds, and 2 players from either Melbourne Victory or Melbourne City. Now, what I did is I went with 2 players from Melbourne City, simply because they were easier to snipe than Melbourne Victory players. We're going to start it off in goalkeeper, where we went with Glover. This squad in total is going to cost you guys probably around 18,000 coins. Now, I was able to do it for 11,000 because I was able to snipe a few cards, but it's normally going to cost like 18 to 19k. Then what we did at goalkeeper, we started off really, really cheap. We went with Glover for 200 coins. Then we've got ourselves Pascalerio at left center back, and I was able to get him for 800. Center backs from the Hyundai A-League are a little bit more expensive. Then I've got Tungyik, and he's actually one of our Melbourne City players. I was able to snipe him for 200 coins. Normally goes for 800 or 8,000, that is, which was a great snipe. And then we've got Romagnoli at right center back, which you're probably questioning why we went with Romagnoli, but I'll probably explain that once we get up to striker. So then we went with Da Silva. He's from the Swiss League, and the reason I went with him is because you can get him for 200 coins. There's tons of them on the market, and he gets a hyperlink with Spielman. Now, do we need a hyperlink? You could very well need it. We'll see how much chem we have at the very end of the squad, but most of the time a strong link's going to work there, just because if you guys have a left wing and a left mid from the same country and same league, not necessarily same team like these guys are, it should still get up to at least 90 chem. At center attacking mid here, a left center mid, we're going with Arzani. I got him for 7k. Normally these cards go for about 8k, so I sniped him for about 7,000 coins, 1k profit, or 1k that I saved on that card, but ultimately it's still going to be a very expensive card to buy. This squad is not going to be cheap. You've kind of got to weigh it out. Is it worth doing this squad to get that rare Electrum Players pack at the end? Maybe you base it off of what I get in my packs. We're going to go with Conti at right mid there, and then at striker, this is the reason we went with the Italians, is because we got Macaron at striker. He's a gold card that is going to link with those Aussies in the midfield right there, and we need to have one more gold, and we needed to have one more player that was from the Hyundai A-League, so that's why we went with Macaron there. We linked him with this guy who's from Calcio B, the Serie B here, for 550. We got ourselves Conti for 700. He gets the hyperlink with Romagnoli, and that way we get 94 chem. So do you need a hyperlink between these guys? No. Do you need a hyperlink between these guys? No. But you will need a hyperlink in at least one of the spots, or you're going to have about 88 chemistry. You get a 7.5k pack in return for that squad. It's very expensive, by far the most expensive squad in the entire Marquee matchups. The next one's very straightforward. I'm going to go through this one quickly. We've got ourselves a full team of players from La Liga, including our 2 players being from Atletico and Barcelona, being Sakira, the left back, who I was able to get for 800 coins, and then we got Dennis Suarez here for 950. Everybody else is very cheap. We've got Adon here for 81, 700 coins there. Sakira is going to be at left back. Artiles is going to be at center back. Then we've got ourselves Bruno at center back. Our right back is Rukavina. Then our center mid is going to be Suarez, but we're actually going to throw him at left mid because left mids are more expensive and it's cheaper to go with the center mid there. We don't need all 100 chemistry. We only need 95. So that's probably the way to do it. Then we're going to go with 2 CDMs in the midfield. Lorente and Torres are both very, very cheap cards, both about 600 coins. Then our right mid is going to be Joel Campbell. You can get him for 650. Rogers, our first striker, and then our second striker is going to be Giu Dedi, and as you can see, it completes all of the requirements. Now, it barely does get the rating because we went with a lot of 76 and even a 75 rated player in the squad. Adon does help a lot with the rating because he's 81 rated, plus we've got an 80 rated from Barcelona and Dennis Suarez, but that's the cheapest solution for that one. Pretty straightforward, but in the end, this squad's only going to cost you 7,300 coins. 7,300 coins. Almost dropped my phone there. 7,300 coins for this, and you get a rare gold pack. So definitely do this squad squad building challenge, even if you don't complete the Melbourne City versus Melbourne Victory one, you're most likely to make profit just out of that squad building challenge. Then we're going to go on to Dortmund versus Leipzig. Leipzig, you need 2 players. Dortmund, you need 2 players, 6 Bundesliga players, an overall rating of 78, and a team chemistry of 95. So pretty straightforward again. Here are all the players that I ended up using. Again, you don't need to use the exact same players, just as long as you go with the same kind of template that I used. We're going to go with Gulaski at goalkeeper. He's one of the cheapest Leipzig players at 800 coins, and then we're going to link him with another Leipzig player whose name is Comper, who I got for 650. Our first Dortmund player is going to be Durm at left back, and then in the midfield, we actually went with Şahin and Rode. Now, the reason that I went with Şahin and Rode is because I actually had already bought these 2 players, and then Durm ended up being the cheapest left back in the league. So, considering he was the cheapest left back in the league, I was like, you know what, we might as well get the strong link with Şahin as well. I went and picked up Durm. Then our center backs are going to be Brooks and Hubner. Brooks, you can play at center back. Hubner, we're going to play at right back, because right backs are a little bit more expensive. You can save coins by going with a German center back. It has to be German, though. Then we're going to go at center attacking mid over at right center mid is going to be Demirbe, and he's going to get a strong link with the right back there and Rode. Remember, they need to be German there. It doesn't need to be a German center back right here where we went with John Brooks because he's 80 rated, but they do need to be German in these 3 positions: CDM, right center mid, and right back. Then up top, instead of going with Bundesliga, we saved maybe around 400 to 500 coins by going with Argentina. So we went with Dotolo here, 600 coins. All of these 3 players are 600 coins there. And Dotolo at center attacking mid. The striker is going to be Savitinic, and then Belandi at right striker. And you get 96 chemistry, 78 rating, and you get a 15k pack in return. So we've completed the marquee matchups now. Let's head into the packs. We're going to start off with a premium gold pack. That's only a 7.5k pack. That's the one that we got from the Australia Hyundai A-League Melbourne City versus Melbourne Victory one. I just skipped the pack. I wasn't really expecting too much out of this pack. We end up getting Zabaleta from West Ham. Not terrible. Let's go ahead and head into the next pack. Next pack's a Jumbo Premium Gold Pack. It's 15,000 coins normally, so let's see if we can get something out of this one. I'm going to let this one roll out, see if we can get a board drop in at least one of these packs. We'll probably be making profit in these packs in total, even if we don't get much. But I'm hoping for at least a little bit more profit than just Kovacic. I mean, Kovacic isn't a terrible pull, to be fair. Kovacic, he's Real Madrid. He's going to get a hyperlink if you wanted to link him with Modric, but most people that can afford Modric aren't going to really go with Kovacic, but he's gone for maybe 1 to 2,000 coins there. The rare consumables pack, pretty straightforward. We're expecting a few squad fitness, maybe some position change cards and some contracts. We're going to go ahead and keep all of that. Any of these actually go for anything. We actually do get a 1-player pack. I've actually never gotten a 1-player pack. It's behind my face cam, so you guys can't see it on YouTube, but I did get a 1-player pack out of this, and I've never gotten this before. Now you guys can see it. Hopefully, it's a rare pack. Maybe we can get something decent out of that. That's interesting. I've never had that before. Let me go ahead and open that right now, because I'm kind of interested. What are the odds that we get something Oh, it's a 2-player pack. One of them is rare, so hopefully it doesn't give me a rare silver. Hopefully it gives me a rare gold. Let's see what we get. Give me a board drop. Come on, EA. Give me a board drop. It's going to be a non-rare. We got hyped up for nothing. The 2 last packs are the packs we've been waiting for. We got a 25k pack and a rare Electrum Players pack, which is somewhere between like a 25 and a 50k pack, because it gives you all rare, which is like a 50k pack, but it's half silver, so it's like half of a 50k pack with extra rare silvers. It's hard to explain. We're going to start it off with the 25k pack, though. We could definitely get something in here. Please be a board drop. Please. It's not a board drop. Are you kidding me? Chile? Is it Bravo? Okay, I mean, definitely could have been worse. 82 rated goalkeeper from the Premier League. It could have been worse. Final pack, rare Electrum Players pack. Please don't let me down, EA. These packs have been terrible so far. Give me at least 1 board drop. At least 1. It's a board drop. Come on. Come on, EA. Please. France. Striker. Oh, God. We're actually still picking up really good deals. We got Vada, who I can easily flip for double this for 600. Same with Perez. He's going to go for like 2k each. There we got one for 750. We got Rigoni, who's going to go for probably up to around 2,500 tomorrow. And then Quaresma, who's going for already 2k, we got for 850 coins. So the bidding is still working really well. The bidding went brilliantly. We're going to be making probably around 50 to 100k on just those bidded cards. We've made a bunch of good deals, but as you can see, we still have 649,000 coins. What happened to using the coins that I liquidated Kyle Walker for earlier in the episode? Well, here's what happened, is that it ended up being not a great time to buy these Team of the Week 4 informs because the demand was just too high. This is on me. So I said this a couple days ago in the Trading to Glory. I'm not sure what episode it was, but I remember saying it, how I thought that early on Sunday, maybe Sunday afternoon before Squad Battle Rewards, that would be the best time to buy Team of the Week for informs. And what I can admit to you is that I just wasn't one step ahead. Now, the best day to buy it this weekend was on Saturday. You can tell by the flipping graphs. You can just tell by if you guys have been on the market. It was Saturday. No doubt about it, it was Saturday. And by Sunday, they had risen too much. Now, they did take a little bit of a dip during the Squad Battle Rewards, but ultimately, it wasn't a big enough dip for me to really pull the trigger on an Eriksson, a Lewandowski, or any of the other informs for that matter. Now, I did pick up a couple like Mirandas for a decent deal that I think I'll be making profit on. I tried to get a couple more Pepes, but it's just still impossible to snipe a Pepe on Xbox. But here's what I want to explain to you guys. Now, I did mess up, and that's my fault, guys. And if you were affected by that negatively and didn't make as much profit as you could have because of me, that's on me. And I apologize. Normally, I would say, you know, I am normally right, but this time I was definitely wrong. I was one step behind rather than one step ahead. But I do want to give you guys some advice on when you can make some good deals and kind of make up for it. So basically, there's always been a time during the weekend where it was a good time to buy. Now, in the first weekend, it was like 5 minutes before Squad Battle Rewards when everything was at its lowest. Then the weekend after that, which was last weekend, it was like maybe an hour to 2 hours before Squad Battle Rewards was when the time to buy was. Today, this weekend, it was definitely the day before on the Saturday when you should have bought your cards for the Team of the Week investments. Now, every single week, however, it has been another opportunity to buy these cards on the Monday morning. And now it's about 6 a.m. UK time, and I'm still up recording. I'll probably be up for another 5 hours because I'm planning a triple upload today. But essentially, these cards have gone and hit their peak, but they're starting to drop again. Christian Eriksen earlier was up to about 325,000 coins. Right now, he's dropped all the way back down to 295K. As you can see, there is another opportunity to get some deals. Will it be cheaper than what it was on Saturday? Most likely it won't get that low again, but it could come close. And so if you guys are watching this in the morning that this is uploaded, check your Team of the Week 4 players, check them on the market, whichever card you want to buy, whether it's Matuidi, Eriksson, Lewandowski, or any of the others. Check them, see if there's a good deal in the market, because this could be the last chance to pick up these good deals for at least a couple more weeks. I want to quickly transition from trading on this weekend, getting Squad Battle Reward deals on bids and Team of the Week investments. I want to stray away from that just for a minute to talk about something very important that's going to clear up a lot of questions going into this next week. We all know that the Ballon d'Or ceremony for the World 11 is going to be happening on the 23rd of October. That's when it's happening now. It has always been in January in the past. It's on October now. It sparked questions. When is Team of the Year going to be in FIFA 18? And here is why it's not going to be at the end of October. It's not going to be until January. Here's why. It will not be at the end of October because Scream cards are confirmed in FIFA 18. And EA are not going to be overlapping with their Scream card promotion. That's a big moneymaker for them, and they don't want to overlap because that's not as much money for EA. Are EA really wanting to make less money just because the Team of the Year Ballon d'Or ceremony has changed? Of course not. They're still going to do the Scream cards, which come out next week, and you guys will be seeing the Halloween guide. I know I've been hyping it up, but there's been a lot of content that I needed to get out first. That is coming very, very soon. That is going to be dropping next week, and it would be at about the exact same time as Team of the Year's Ballon d'Or ceremony. So they're not going to overlap that. Then their other opportunity is they could drop the Team of the Year between October 31st and Black Friday, which is later in November. So there's a couple different weeks there that they could kind of slap it in, but the Black Friday crash has always been the first big market crash of the year, every single year. Do they really want to put the biggest market crash of the entire year that early in the game? They don't want to do that. They're not going to kill the market that early in the game, on top of the fact that it's a perfect amount of time in between promotions for EA. It's just going to be Halloween promotion, followed by Team of the Year promotion, followed by Black Friday, and the market's never going to have a chance to recover. EA don't want to do that either. Then they have a time slot in between Black Friday, and they have a time in between Footmas. But Footmas starts in like mid December as it leads up to Christmas normally. That's why it's called Footmas. In Christmas, if you guys aren't Christian, that's on the 25th of December. And that will lead up normally maybe like 12 days before Christmas, which leaves you about maybe a week and a half to throw Team of the Year in there. For the biggest promotion of the year, they're not going to squeeze it in between Black Friday and Christmas. And then what's after Christmas? That's when Team of the Year normally is. It's like the second week in January. So it's perfect time for it still to be in the second week of January. That's probably when they're going to drop Team of the Year again this year. Plus, I will tell you that I have had a couple of inside talks with people who know people, and that's all I'll give you right now. But there's a lot of things hinting towards the fact that it won't be at the end of October. Do not panic sell your cards. And when there does become a panic sell, maybe a big YouTuber uploads a video on the Team of the Year, just make coins off of it and don't fall into the panic selling and lose coins. That's all I'm telling you. It's going to be in January. I'm 95% sure. Anyways, there's no better way to finish off the video by getting transfer banned. So that's how we're going to finish off today's video. I did pick up another Kramerich here for about 19,000 coins. It's somewhere along this list of the abyss of cards we've picked up on bid today. He's in here somewhere. Yeah, I don't even know where he went. But Kramer, check out for 19,000 coins. But that's how we're going to finish off today's episode. If it did help you out, we did have a lot of information in this video. Be sure to drop a like and also subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next episode. I am hoping to get a triple upload out today, so we'll see if that ends up happening. It's already 2 a.m. my time, so I'd have to stay up till 6 a.m. if I were to getting up a triple upload. But I'm going to do my best. I'll do my best. At least a double upload. At least a double upload. I'll see you guys in those videos. Peace out.